Right, okay, so let's go for standing up position now. So we're gonna start today in a standing up, legs slightly apart. So soften your knees. Before we start moving, I want you to feel your feet on the floor. So move a little bit your feet, the heels, the balls of your feet and your toes, so you can ground your feet on the floor. It's very important to feel yourself in that standing position. Right, remember you got your knees soft. That means I don't want you to bend your knees, just unlock your knees. Nice and tall. Take a breath here. First thing you're going to do, you're going to roll down your spine. So next time you exhale, bring the head down. Arms are free. You're going to make your way to the floor. Roll down your spine almost all the way, as far as feels good for you. Take a breath with the floor and down there. Then you're going to roll up. Press your feet to the floor. Lengthen your legs. Rolling up your spine. Vertebra by vertebra. Make your way up to a standing position. Remember, soften your knees. We're going to go again. Breathe it in. Head comes first, and then shoulders. Pull the belly in. That gives you a little bit more space to roll down. Go all the way down again, as far as it feels good for you. Check now. This is the second time. Take a breath. And you're going to go up once more. Press your feet to the floor. Lengthen your legs. Delay your head. Your shoulders and your head are the last ones. Roll it up, vertebra by vertebra. So make your way to a standing position. Good. Next time, we're going to stay on the floor. We're going to walk the hands into a plank position, okay? So just make sure you got space in front of you. Right, again, soften your knees. Inhale. Exhale from the head. Yeah, rolling down. Get down to your lowest point. When you're on your lowest point, hands on the floor, palm of your hand on the floor, bend your knees. Walk your hands forwards like an elephant. Almost the end of your mat. Stop with your hands parallel to each other. Then bring your shoulders on the top of your hands. Yeah, good. Not too low your pelvis. Good, all right. Holding there. Keep it looking into your mat in front of your hands. Good, that's it. That's a position. So you're into your plank. Breathing, press your fingertips on the floor. So try to press your fingertips and then release a little bit of strain from your wrist. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Just sit back a little bit on your child's pose. You can keep your arms in front or bring your arms by your side. Just take a little break before we do another one. Okay. If you feel ready, we are coming to a second plank today. We just started with the planks today. So second plank, you got a choice. You can do it on the elbows if you prefer, if it's too much for the wrist, or you can still go on your hands. So it's up to you. So anyway, elbows or hands are under your shoulder line, so not too far anywhere. When you get this arms position, stretch one leg, touch the toes. Do not lift or drop your pelvis, just stretch the other leg, and you are on your second plank position. Good. So shoulders aligned with your hands. That's good. Yeah. So it's important not to drop your pelvis lower than your body. It looks good the way I'm looking at you. Keep breathing. Press your fingertips on the floor. Right. Just stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. And child's pose again. This time, make sure you circle your hands a little bit. So you release or raise any tension around your hands and your wrist. Okay. Right. And then slow make your way back. Okay. We got third one to do. Right. This is not a normal plank. We're going to move leg. We're going to do the leg pull. So any position you are is easier to do on your hands, but if you prefer on your elbows, you still can do. And then you're going to bring one leg off the floor each time. You're going to be switching legs. So choose your arms position first, hands or elbows under your shoulder. Ground your hands on the floor. Stretch one leg first, tuck the toes. Make sure you do not lift or drop your pelvis. And then send the other leg out. You're on your plank. This time you can bring one leg off. Just bring it up a little bit. Down and switch. Breathe it in, breathe it out. So you're switching legs every time now. Leg pull. Without moving your pelvis. That's it. Keep it going. Fingertips on the floor. So press the fingertips on the floor. Lengthen your leg away. Yes, and keep it looking into your mat just in front of your hands. Good. One more each leg. Lovely. Last one. Right. Knees down to the floor. Choice is child's pose always. So go ahead and down. Sit back on your child's pose. Circle your hands if you're being on your hands. Good. And then you can make your way to a kneeling position just to come back up. Feeling okay? Do you want to drop your camera a little bit more to the mat? Just a little bit. Yeah, I know it's too much for the hands, so let's do a little stretch before we go back. Let's got one more on the hands, not plank. But anyway, bring the back of your hands on the floor. So press a little bit. It's very nice to release, but not much, just enough to feel good stretch. Also, if you want to go and cross your hands, fingers together, you can do circles. It also relieves the wrist. Right. And then we're going to go back on all four. There's knees and hands on the floor. I know it's again on the hands, but we're going to be easy on this one now. So if you want to make it even easier for your wrist, you can always hold your mat and get the palm of your hands on the soft part and your fingertips on the floor. That sometimes release and you don't feel much on your hands, okay? It's up to you. Right, it's cat and cow. So legs got a little space between your leg, relax your ankle. The cat and cow once more, dropping the head and the tailbone, push the floor down into flexion. Exhale. Inhale, bring your head up, tailbone up into your cow position. And keep it going. We are not going to stay longer on this one, but it's very important to mobilize your spine here and there. So let's do it a few times. All right, find your neutral now. Stop in the middle. So neutral back position. You're going to stay on both hands. I want you to reach one leg out. In line with your whole body. Return your leg to the floor. The space between your knees. And the other leg goes out. And coming back in. Breathing in to reach one leg out. Breathe out to return. Make sure you got space between your legs. So the legs are never together. That helps on your balance. All right, keeping going. Just think about your back as a table position. And you got some drinks on the top of your back. So you don't want to drop it. Very gentle with your legs. So your body shouldn't be moved much side to side. I want you to control your balance. Next time, you're going to do the opposite arm. So if you do the left leg, do the right arm. Just the opposite. Return both to the floor. Space between your hands, space between your knees. Reach the other side out. And down. Using a breath, reach. Good. Just be aware when you reach the leg and the arm, don't arc your back into extension. It's sometimes very easy to tilt your pelvis and your head up. You try to remain that quite neutral pelvis and head position. Right, we're going to move on. So next time you reach the opposite side away, open them in diagonal up the side, return them in line with your body, and then down to the floor they go. Breathing in, reach away, out the side, not too far, just enough you can control. Return them in line with your body, and then down the floor. Yeah, every time you move using your breath, but there's not much a rule. Just make sure you are not holding the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Whoop, balance. Breathing in and down. One more. You can do one more. Yeah. Okay, stay on the hands and knees on the floor. You can tuck your toes. Yeah, okay. Well, you might need that one for your hands. You're gonna do a mini plank. You're just gonna bring your knees off the floor. So you're gonna push your toes on the floor in your hands. Yeah, 1 inch or two, not too far up. Keep it looking into your mat, just in front of your hands. Gonna keep the neutral spine, knees off the floor. This is a mini plank position. Good. I'm gonna stay there just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, child's pose. Go ahead. Good. I know it's a lot for the hands. We're gonna change position now, so don't worry. Right. You can make your way to the floor on your prone position on the bellies all the way down. Good. So let's first setting down. So you can open the legs a little bit wide, not too far, but wider. That feels comfortable. Rest your forehead on the back of your head. So you're looking down. Close your eyes and breathing. Take deep breaths. Just setting down this position before we start moving. Right, start from the legs, reaching both legs away towards the wall behind you, long on the front of your legs, and down to the floor. Breathing in to reach. Breathe out down to the floor. And carry on. Long legs every time you reach them away. Right, last time for only legs. Okay, leave your legs on the floor. We're gonna go for the arms. Arms gonna come under your shoulder lines, your elbows floating up. We're gonna do like we did before, but we're gonna add something else on this time. So face is just off the floor. We're gonna inhale, bring the chest and your face a little bit up, not too far. Keep your lower ribs touching the floor. Exhale, drop your chest and your face. Breathing in, peeling off your chest. Don't use much your hands, okay? Breathing out to return. Your elbows remain floating all the time, but we are not squeezing the neck. And remember your work on your back. Next time, reach the legs away as well. So chest and legs coming off the floor. And slow, everything goes down. Go again. Keep going your own time. Breathing in, reach legs and chest. And down. Bring your hands off the floor next time. So at the same time, chest, hands, and legs peeling off. You're going to arc on the front of your body. Exhale, release your body down. Next time is stay up for me. Stay up. Reach the arms forwards like a Superman. Circle your arms parallel the floor towards your legs. They're reaching out towards your feet. Circle them back to overhead. Return where they were before overhead. Bend your elbows. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Down the floor you go. Okay, let's do it again. We're going to do circles again. Inhale, reach legs, chest, and arms. Forward your arms go first. Circle them parallel the floor towards your legs, okay? So now I'm going to be reaching your arms towards your feet. Good. Peeling off your chest. Stay up. Return your arms parallel the floor overhead. And then return your arms, bend the elbows on the floor all the way down you go. Good. Okay, push yourself up on your knees. Child's pose position is your choice after back extension. Choose where you want to keep your arms. They can be overhead, they can be by your side. Good. And then when you feel ready, you're going to change position for a side way. You okay? Right, on the elbow now. Right. So first you need to line up your shoulder and your elbow. That means it's not too far. What looks okay. Keep your legs bent, but not too up or too far. So find a good position on your side. Good. Arm is pushing the floor down. Your waist is already up, okay? And then you're going to stretch your top leg. So top leg going to be straight. Let me see if I got space. I'm going to bring the top leg forwards, parallel the floor, and backwards. As far back, that feels good. Flex your foot aids, go forwards. Point your toes when you send it backward. Oops. And again, flex forward and pointing backward, as far back. When you send your leg back, imagine you're opening, stretching the front of your hip. And keep it going. Good. We're gonna try to keep your trunk, your upper body quiet when you move your body. So instead of moving the pelvis of your body forwards and backwards, try to keep it nice and quiet. Good. Right, last one. You're gonna stop your legs together back to the floor again. Right. Knees are together, feet are together, and you got your elbow on the floor. We're gonna bring your pelvis off the floor, hand on your waist. It's kind of a side plank. Right. You're gonna use your arm and your legs, your knees to push the floor down and bring your pelvis a little bit up. Good. Stay there. Breathing. Open your chest and imagine you're still looking forwards. All right, down to the floor we go. Let's change for a hind position on the floor. You still got your legs on the same position. If you don't want to go on your hands, you can do the same on the elbows again. We're going to do it again. We're going to use your legs and your arm to push yourself up, okay? So feet together, knees together, legs together, hand on your waist. Take a breath, push the floor down, going to come up on your knees. This way, we can move a little bit the top arm going over and back, sitting down. Touch the floor, up again, over, and sit down, touch the floor. Stand on the one hand, reach 3 times, right? Gonna do 4. And come back and sit down once more. Breathe and reach. Arc and down and sit down. Good. Okay, turn around. Good one. All the way down to the elbow on the other side. Remember, we start on the elbow today. Check your shoulder and elbow alignment. Open your fingers on the floor. Knees remain bent. Legs together, but in a comfortable position. Waist is up. Stretch your top leg parallel to the floor. We're going to kick forwards and send it backwards. As far back now, open your hips. Flex your foot as it goes forwards. Point your toes when you send it backwards. The range of motion, it is up to you. As big that feels good, and as big as you can keep in control without moving the trunk, the upper body. Okay? Lovely. Point, flex, send it back. One more. Right, and I'm gonna rest the top leg on the top leg on the bottom one. Stay on your elbow, legs gonna stay together, knees and feet together, hand on your waist for a side plank, 2 legs on the floor. Take a breath. When you feel ready, push the floor down on your knees, on your elbow. Yeah. So your legs are together, okay? Both knees are pressing down, so helps you to stay on that position. If it's weird for your shoulders, change your arm a little bit, and you might feel more comfortable. Maybe you can stay a little bit longer. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Sitting down. Good. Come up. If you want to release the shoulders, you can, because we're going to go back, but this time on the hand. Yeah. Right. It's a lot for the hands. Legs remain bent, knees together, feet together. Good. Hand on your waist just to start with. Take a breath. Press your hand on the floor and your knees so your pelvis come up. Send your arm overhead. Reach and stretch. As you return your arm, you're going to sit down again. Touch the floor, breathing in. Breathe out and reach. Arc. Return. Sitting down for 2. You're going to go for 2 more. Breathing. Reach. Push the floor down. Come back and sit down. And once more. Reach and back to a sitting position. Good. 4 times. Lovely. Make your way to the floor on your back, on your supine position. Good. Finally, you're here. So keep your knees bent, feet on the floor, arms by your side. Close your eyes just for a moment again. Take deep breaths. Let's settle down before we start moving. Okay. Right, we're gonna bring one leg up on tabletop position and the other one on tabletop position. So the end, both legs together on the tabletop position. Don't glue them, keep a little space between your knees, okay? Right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna reach one leg, doesn't matter which one leg up the ceiling. Right, drop the leg straight to the floor and bring it up straight. You're gonna do 5 times each leg. So lower your leg, control the way down, and pull with your arms on the way up. Lower, maybe point your toes on the way down, flex your foot on the way up. Point on the way down and flex on the way up. Last one, let's do your last one now. When you reach the ceiling, bend the knee, return on tabletop position, switch. The other leg goes up straight. Then the lower and bring it up. This is one. Maybe point your foot on the way down. Flex your foot on the way up. 2. You can go slower or faster than me. Just keep counting maybe around 5. Think about your abdominal muscles pulling the leg back up. 4. You're doing the last one probably now. Up to the ceiling, straight. Bend your knee, legs back on tabletop position. Right, we're going to switch a little bit. This time, we're going to keep switching legs like this. Let's go together. One leg straight, lower, up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, return, switch leg. The other one, straight, lower, up, tabletop. Switch, straight, down, up, tabletop. Last one, because we're going to add something else on this one. Straight. Okay, stop on tabletop. We're going to add something else. We're going to add the chest lift. Cross your hands together behind your head. Elbows point to the ceiling. Right. First thing you're going to do, just a normal chest lift. Do not move your legs first. Do not move your legs. Take a breath. Exhale, curve into your chest, up, and then roll down without moving legs first. Just a normal chest lift. Exhale on the way up, breathing on the way down. Okay, your hands, your arms are supporting your head and your neck. We're not pulling. You're just using your core, your arms to pull your whole upper body together, up and down. Right. Next time is stay up. Keep it looking to your legs. Now we're going to do the legs we did before. One leg straight up. Lower the leg towards the floor. Bring it up the ceiling. Bend the knee back on tabletop. Switch. The other leg up. And down straight. Up. Back on tabletop. Switch. You're still supporting your head with your arms. Down. Up, bend your knee, last one. And bend your knee. Bring your head down to the floor. Bring your knees on your chest for a little break. We're gonna do one more time. This time, if you feel you need to support your head with your arms, go ahead and keep the same position. If you feel okay without your hands there, we're gonna do the arms down. So legs on tabletop position. If you want to do the second version, what we're going to do, we're going to bring your chin to your chest and reach the arms towards the wall. Arms going to be parallel at the floor. And then you're going to stay there and do the same legs we did before. Reach one leg up, lower, up the ceiling, bend your knee. Switch, other leg up, lower. Keep using your breath, reaching the arms. We're going to do 4 times, we've done 2. Again, reach, lower. If you need to support your head, go and support. Last one, leg. Breathing in, breathing out. When you finish this one, lower your head to the floor, hug your knees, rock a little bit side to side. Good job. Right, feet on the floor. Yeah, so your feet is back on the floor. Now, legs got a little space, so your knees are not together. Heels are in line with your knees, in line with your hips, arms by your side. We're gonna do some bridging, okay? Just bridging up, bridging down. Take a breath. When you exhale, press your feet down, send your knees over your toes. You're gonna come up on your shoulder blades. Keep your shoulder blades touching down the floor. Stay at the top. We're gonna move arms a little bit. Arms up the ceiling, arms overhead. Return up the ceiling, down by your side. Pressing your feet to the floor. So you're gonna remain up on the bridge. Send the arms overhead, arms arcs. Yeah, good. Using your breath, stay up on the bridge. Next time your arms point to the ceiling, stay there. Keep your arms up the ceiling, shoulders down. Right, you're gonna stay here. You're just gonna move your legs towards each other. You're gonna send your knees towards each other. Just your knees. And release. So I'm gonna just face you. So you're gonna send your knees towards each other and back in position. Knees towards each other and back. You don't have to touch the knees. They just go towards each other and back in line with your hips. Yeah. Just working from the inner thigh. Last one. Stop your knees parallel to each other. Roll your spine down all the way. Knees on your chest for another hug. And then we're gonna sit down. So we're gonna get your legs back on tabletop position, legs together, hands behind your legs under your knees to help you to roll up. Take a breath before we go. When you exhale, bring your hands first and then reach the legs away and down. Legs gonna pull your arms and you're gonna sit down. Good. Sitting nice and tall on the sit bones, lengthen your spine. You're gonna roll down. Stay where you are. Take a breath. Roll down from the pelvis. Curve the pelvis and your whole spine into flexion. Delay. Keep your feet on the floor. When your arms got straight, you're gonna pull your leg and gonna get down to the floor. We're gonna go again. Inhale. Exhale, head first, and then reach the legs away and down, rolling up. Good. Sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. Breathing in. Gonna go again. Breathing out, rolling back. Very slow. Go slow. So if you work hard on the way down, that is easy. That helps you to make the way up. That's good. That's slow. Right. Last time. Breathing in at the floor. When you exhale, head first and then reach the legs. You're gonna pull yourself up. When you do, we finish on a sitting position so you can face me. Okay. Good. And you can cross the legs. Right, we're gonna do a little stretch before we finish. Sitting nice and tall. If you don't have a cramp. Right, let's bring the opposite hand. If you bring your right hand on your left knee, just the opposite. Right, before we twist, it's very important to lengthen your spine. So breathing in nice and tall. And then twist your body and place your free hand on the floor behind you. Hold this position. Okay, let go your hands and arms. Switch the left hand on your right knee. Hold up and tall first for your spine, and then twist and place your free hand on the floor behind you, holding that. Okay, you can let go the arms back to the center. Circle your shoulders backwards. I like to finish when they move backward. So this is when you open the body, the front of your body. Yeah, just circle. And then stop if your shoulders anywhere that feels good. We're gonna go for the head. Chin down to your chest. Stretching a little bit the back of your neck first. And then you're gonna circle your head around. You can do 2 circles to the right and then 2 circles to the left. Very slow and gentle going around. Sitting still nice and tall. When you finish, back to the center. Good. And then you can shake it out because we are done. Thank you so much. Let me just stop the record.